Hello and welcome to XP11. I'm Andy and this is the An-24. So we're gonna take a flight today, which is gonna record the first part of it. We're going to Iskut from Irkutsk, and this is the outside. Link is in the description as always. By the way, I'm not a pilot. This is not a flight instruction video. This is a small tutorial on how to start this thing up. There are better tutorials out there, I know that, so this is just me fooling around. So first thing we need to do is we'll set up the ground setup, which is get this down here. See options. Here. So prepare for flight. Press this one. You can attach ground power if you want to. We're gonna do it without ground power this time. So first thing we need to do is turn on power, which is up. Which is here. So turn these on. So power upwards, and we'll turn on the inverters, which are this one and this one. Next time we go down to our fuel panel, which I think is here, and we'll turn on the nav lights on first actually. And nav lights are on here. Let's see, I keep forgetting. See, it's this one. So hopefully we got some nav lights on. No, we did not. Why didn't we do that? No, that's not it. It should be this. No, it's this. Sorry, idiot. There we go. Lights. Yay. Sorry. Then we need to turn on our fuel. We'll turn on our right fuel, which is going to be this one, like so. And we will set the fuel levels. We're gonna actually we need to see that we have fuel. So we have 1300. We can. Is that a bit? People on board. Okay. So next thing is to turn the fire system on, which is up here. This one. Then we'll go down to APU panel, which is down here. Open that up. Turn this on first. Get a green light here. Go. Then we press. This is the first one. Next thing we do is open this one. Turn that on. Then we'll turn this switch down. Open up this. And this is starter, but we'll have to make sure our is our APU. So make sure that's set to 10%. We can have those ones off, and then we could hopefully start it up. So just press it until we hear it starts. It is starting here. You can tell that. And it will stabilize it around. We'll actually increase it somewhat. So 140. That's stable there. So the APU started. Now we turn the APU generator on, which is up here. So here's the power, and then the next one over is the APU. So now we have power from the APU. You could hear it if you listen to it. Good. Okay. So next thing is turn on. We want to start the engine, so we're going to go down to. We're going to turn on all the fuels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those red ones go. These green ones come on. So all the green lights are on now. Then you go down here. So this is the start part. So first thing we need to do is switch this to start. This one should be up, because we're going to start the left engine first. This is which engine we start. Turn this one on. And here is the... Actually, I think we have to bring these out of... I think so. Okay. So we'll start the engine. Just hold it in until we see something moving. It's not moving. Why isn't it moving? I'm mixing something. Throttle idle. We have power from the GPU. We have GPU power set. I am missing something. I did something wrong somewhere. APU generates on. Maybe it is the throttle. Maybe they have to be off. There you go. Okay. Okay, so that was it. That was it. Did that wrong. So remember that. Okay, so we'll run one engine running. So we'll switch this down to the second one. I'll do the same there. So wait, and we'll see the spike in voltage there, so we can tell it's starting. Like so. I'll just wait for these to stabilize. Good. We'll go up here and we'll turn on these generators. We can turn off the APU generator. Turn on indicators, which are these. In some tutorials they do this beforehand, and sometimes they do it after, so a little unsure which tutorial to follow. Okay, good. We could turn on off our APU. So throttle idle. Go over here. We'll first turn these on, by the way. Set only neutral. I'll turn this down, this one off, this one down, and this one off. So that's the APU off. Next thing we need to do is turn on the window heat, which I think is over here. Turn on all these things, read them all. I think this is the steering wheel, we'll leave that. Wait a little bit with that. That's lighting, that one. I think this is fuel pump. This is the landing light. Extend. Is it extended? Exactly. And I think this is retract. It retracts. We can turn that on. Go over here and we'll turn on these things. I'll start with. I'm not very good at what's this in Russian. Turn these on first, and then we'll turn this on. The PTO, which are these ones. Well, this is the bleed air. Turn these on. Just lots of switches to turn on. We'll go up here, turn the vibration gauge on. And we'll make sure the pitch stop is down, like so. And we'll turn on the GPS. Set, see what weather is. QNH is 1021. Set that here. Let's see, we'll set this here. Do like this if we want to have it bring it up. One. Go. Yes. Message. Good. Okay, so we'll try to set this up. Flight plan. We'll go. I think this could be it. That is good. I have to check. I just have to go check if it is good. ICAO is good. I can't remember. No, it's not that. It's U. It should be UI. It's not that. Could it be this one, maybe? Yeah, this one is. Okay, so this one is it. It's this one, so we'll go use, enter. So that's loaded now. We can set this up to. See, we're gonna have go nav 5, so we get a map. Go nav. Use. I think we could set nav here on this side. We'll set this up to so. You could change the sort of zoom levels here if you wanted to. We'll have it there. Okay, so this says systems on, vibration checks on, pitch stop is on. And now we can taxi to our runway, so we need to turn on our this is, we'll see if I'm wrong, but I think that's, I need to lower the flaps, which is, where's the flap? Here's the flap. So set it to 15, like so. See which runway we'll take off. 310 at 4, so we have to backtrack or go quite far down. So taxi light is down. Taxi. Okay, so this one up is taxi, down is takeoff. And if we go look at the lights here, down is taxi, and up is takeoff. Okay. So let's see if we can taxi on out here. It's hard to not go too fast. You can just slide power and then it goes like, oh, hey, I want to go, I want to go. Now this is a really cool plane. So if you want to, you can actually leave the APU on. Oh, I'm just gonna cross here. And you can get more power. So this APU nozzle here, you could actually run it, and that's why there's like 3 levers here, one for the APU and two for the throttles. And if you want to, you could actually use that if you need extra power in takeoff. So you use the APU and the throttles and get extra power, somewhat extra power, which is an interesting feature. That's kind of cool. I haven't looked at the APU yet, but we'll get to that. I'm not the best at these instruction things. So 310 will mean we have to take off in another direction. So go down here. I don't know. Remember exactly. So this is kind of cool. I really like this model. I mean, once you get sort of a grip of what you have to do, then it's a lot easier. But the first time, I mean, I tried to get this going, I couldn't get it going. I was looking at tutorials over and over again on the internet, trying to figure out how to get this freaking thing flying off the ground, start it up even, and it was hard, I must say. And I'm not an expert in any way at this. I'm just sort of trying to get this to work. So if you want to, you could switch this to, oh, now it's auto. Is this at like 40 maybe? So it's a whole thing, just the GPS, the KLM90B. So, but you can find good tutorials on the real GPS, and this works pretty good in comparison. I used to fly it a lot when I had FS2004 installed, and I flew it a lot there. There was a really good gauge there from a Russian site, which had pretty much all the not all, but almost all the features of the real KLM 90B. So I'm sort of pretty good at this. Oh, seems to have a change of weather. So 22 is now. Still the wind is pretty much the same, but we need to change. I wonder why it changed so much in the actual height, which is slightly odd. So I think it's under Alt here. You can change. Actually, change it here. So let's see, tax light. Go into landing light. See if we can figure out. We haven't turned on the navigation. We have lots of navigation stuff down here at the rear, which I should probably turn on. Sorry. These one I have no idea. I can't work these things. So I don't know how to work those. And as soon as we line up, we'll put this down to takeoff mode, takeoff steering, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And then we're ready to go. Okay, so takeoff mode set. Okay, so let's go. Usually run not 100, but close to 100. We have a long runway, so it's okay. It actually shakes a lot when you take off, which is kind of cool. I think it's about 220 or so takeoff speed. Sometimes I leave it a little longer just to make sure. Okay. So positive rate, we can bring up the gear, which I think is over here. So when that's up, we put it in neutral. You have to remember that, put it in neutral, especially when landing it, because if you don't put it in neutral or lock it, it won't lock and it will collapse when you land, which is not a good thing. Okay, so we'll bring up the flaps. So turn power auto trim on, and I think also pitch. So these ones, so then we'll get a lighting there eventually. Look from the outside, it's gonna look like this, which is kind of cool. So they seem to bring up the lights pretty fast in Russia, so we'll bring those up, put them off, and then bring it up. Need to head on 037. So on there-ish. Got it pretty balanced. Good climb rate. So if 1-2 we could put, let's see, I think it's this one. No, so there, EP. So there. So now it holds heading and the pitch. And you can go up and down using these ones, and you can make it stay at an altitude using the altitude here. So now we're just gonna climb out. It's slightly off actually. You could use a heading feature, which I think this one, GFC, you can go down to turns. But then you have to set this up. Oh. Set this to the heading you're doing. So if you turn it to turns here, you could say if you want to go more to the right, you just switch it to the right a little bit more. And we'll keep that heading. So some things are in these two, not all of them actually. Some of these are in English and some are not. I don't know. There's a switch. Oh. Too many things here. Why am I? God, what's wrong? Oh, yeah. So an option here is you can have language English. You set it here, but it doesn't really change. I mean, these are other form of graphics, I guess. Let's set this to 2013. Go altitude here, and you set this to, oh sorry, here. So and then you control the steering manually basically and follow GPS where you want to go. We need to set the climb power, sorry, we should have done that a long time ago, so I think it's about 70 or so. So it's not very fast, but lower. And then cruise is about 60 or less actually, sometimes. We'll just lower our climb a little bit. So this point wants to point forward, I mean the way you're going. So if you move that to the left, so what, that will mean it will turn to the left. You can also set the GFC and you can control it using this turn dial here if you wanted to. It is a lovely plane. I think this is so cool. I want that now I can fly it. That's really cool. I used to. There were some models in FS 2004 which were also very cool, but they were a mess to make startup and things. And you couldn't get it going, and so I just cheated. Used like fast takeoff, a startup button. But this actually works kind of nice once you get the hang of it. So I could definitely recommend downloading this and trying it out and sort of because you need to try it out and learn how to do it, because it's not that easy. Well, that's about it. I'm gonna leave you there. Oh, doesn't want to follow that. Why doesn't it wanna? No, suddenly it doesn't want you to do that. Oh, we could do it this way. So, this is also a way to do it. That works nice. So almost 10,000 feet. Yay. I'm gonna go up to like 17, 18 or so. I think will be a good altitude. And then it's gonna be like a 2-hour flight over to Uskut, which you don't have to follow me on, because that would probably be boring. The thing you want to remember, I'm gonna say that because I discovered it so many times by not doing it, is when you extend the gears, you extend the gears. When they're full extended, you put it in neutral. If you don't put this in neutral, it will collapse. The gear will collapse when you land, and that's a pain. So down, neutral. Remember that. Always, and then up, neutral. Always neutral. So like a, we call it the 737 also has a neutral point. But this has, the locking seems to be in the neutral point there, so you need to put it in neutral, otherwise it doesn't lock. Well, that's about it. That's the quirky things I've found so far with this plane, and put a link in the description and check it out. It's a very cool plane actually. When I'm recording this, the latest version is from like 11th of August, and it works really nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Andy. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button or share. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.